I am a bar manager at a bar in Houston. Last week, one of my regulars, Peter, told me a story that happened to him and his girlfriend, Cindy. Peter is 29 years old and works for a trucking company. Cindy is 21, a nursing student, and works part-time at a cosmetic store. Peter and Cindy have been dating for 6 months and have been living together for about a year in an apartment near Cindy's college. Peter's cat recently surprised him. He found a man's mechanical watch somewhere and brought it to their bed. It had fallen under the mattress near the headboard. Peter went crazy trying to figure out what the ticking sound was and where it was coming from. Peter and Cindy began to wonder where his cat could have gotten the watch. The stories became more fantastic than ever. Cindy suggested that the cat probably jumped out the door when she opened it and waited for the pizza delivery guy to take the elevator. From the apartment next door, the movers were taking out furniture, and it's likely that one of them dropped a watch. So the cat picked it up, brought it home, played with it on the bed, and it went under the mattress. The story raised doubts in Peter's mind, but he could think of nothing better. The next day, after work, Peter stopped by the bar and shared his doubts with me and the guys at the bar. Together we came to the conclusion that there was something his girlfriend wasn't telling him. A few days later, Peter came back and revealed that he had talked to his girlfriend. Cindy admitted it wasn't like that. The story about the cat stealing the mover's watch and putting it in her bed was, of course, untrue. And it was only possible because Peter had made up all these absurd arguments in his head, and Cindy was happy to support him. In reality, it was much simpler. On Monday, while Peter was at work, 2 unknown men had visited his apartment. According to Cindy, they came to her apartment with her 2 friends who go to the same college, to symbolically mark the end of the course. And if their playing board games and eating food from McDonald's didn't really defy logic and common sense, then the rest of the events clearly left Peter in disbelief. Apparently, sobriety has come or something. The watch had been dropped by one of the guys during a pillow fight she said she wasn't involved in. They cleaned up after themselves, but forgot about the watch. And when Peter found it that night, Cindy wanted to tell him what had happened, but she was afraid to. And Peter's hunch got the better of her. And from there, Cindy just helped to reinforce his hunches until they became absurd. Did Peter think it was true? Probably not. But he said he couldn't imagine his life without Cindy. So he decided to see what would happen next. At least he should let his thoughts settle. After a few more days, Peter came into the bar and told them that Cindy had left because her explanation was so stupid that he couldn't stop trying to find out the truth. Cindy didn't show up for days after their last conversation. Yesterday she called. Said she was leaving Peter. Today Cindy came by to pick up her stuff. She showed up with her new boyfriend and for some reason tried to make a scene. From the doorstep, Peter heard accusations and blame. Cindy's boyfriend was ready to fight him. Peter reacted calmly to all of this, and within minutes they were packing their bags. Even though Peter didn't see the familiar watch on Cindy's new boyfriend, it was still amazing how well this guy navigated his apartment. At some point, Peter was overcome with anger. After that, Peter never saw her again. As expected, Cindy took all of Peter's gifts with her. Even the smartphone that Peter had just started paying for. Peter stayed at the bar until closing. Tomorrow he planned to change the lock on the apartment and figure out how to move on with his life.